Hopefully I don't have two streamers going, because I thought that was the whole purpose of that, to go live. Maybe refresh, go back.
Yeah, okay.
Anyways, hello, Brent. How are you? Donna, Kathy, Loreen.
Oh, here it is.
There we go. Yeah. All righty.
I'll turn my sound right down.
And again, it's this is a software outside of YouTube. So when I do it the next time in YouTube, then I can get you as a moderator.
Actually, I can't hear us unless I turn this off because we don't.
No, but you can hear us. But you're
That's
trying
true.
to hear that there.
Yeah.
It's
Don't
the
need
same.
both.
It's the same
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, you don't need both.
Brent's great. Well, Renee is there. Willie's Truck Life is here. Cav C is here. Karen is here. Hello, everyone. So we are at the farm, at Kathy's farm, their family farm. And she's been gracious to host me, especially, as I can park in her yard over there by the trees. Kathy, you are Lorraine's niece. Yeah. I've gotten to meet a lot in the family. I'll be meeting more of the family tomorrow. It's a large family.
It's all gobbledygook.
Yeah.
Bunch of names.
Yeah. And there's Brenda, your sister.
Oh, Brenda joined.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hello, Brenda.
my God.
Hi, Brenda.
I have not met Brenda.
No, that's right. Yeah.
Brent's got a beer. So does Donna got a beer. Brent.
She recognizes the background, the kitchen.
Yeah.
The family kitchen.
Yeah. You have Kevsey has a stapler. What kind of stapler? Because I just watched somebody's YouTube yesterday that's working on a cabin, and he had a staple gun. And he said, you need to go back and look at a few other videos because he stapled 3 fingers together.
Oh, no.
And I said, no, I am not doing that. I just cringed when I heard that. I thought, holy smokes, I would have cried, I'm sure. It's like 3 fingers. Yep. Yeah, I couldn't get cans. They only had the bottles. I don't like to typically have the bottles.
Well, small town, only certain things are around here.
Yeah.
Got to take what you can get.
Yeah, so it's lovely been having company because I've been by myself the last couple months.
Mm-hmm.
And
I just got off the road myself, so spending the summer here at the farm, and so it was nice to have some company.
Yeah, because you've been East Canada, you've gone down throughout the U.S.
Yeah.
How many years now you've been traveling?
I've been traveling for 4 years in my ProMaster van, and so I go down south. The last 3 summers, I've been going down south to southern states. The first year I went across Canada as well, and then south. So I've pretty much traveled all of the states except Alaska and Hawaii. So I like to explore, like to do lots of driving. So it's nice to have a couple months to save on gas and just to unwind a bit at the farm here. So I've been coming back here for the summer months.
Yeah. Just looking at some of these posts, rum is better, Karen said.
Rum is better.
At Christmas time, rum and eggnog's the only time I drink rum.
Spiced rum.
Spiced rum.
Yeah.
The dark spiced rum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's been a bad influence on me. I've been drinking
Beer and vodka coolers.
but this much.
Yeah.
Literally.
A sip or two, right?
I always complain, I can feel it in my brain after 2 mouthfuls.
I put it in a teacup for her.
Quarter. It could be in a little what are those? The coffee, tiny little coffee things.
Mm.
What are those called?
Oh, the little K-cup things.
The
shots.
Yeah, the little coffee.
We could get you some shot glasses.
A little shot glass.
That'd be more appropriate, wouldn't it?
Yeah, spice is even better. So, Kev, question for you. When are you back on the road? Because I will probably on Sunday stop. Are we're going to do Valley View?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then on Monday head into Edmonton.
We may or may
Of
not
course.
get to Valley View on Sunday, though.
Yeah, of course. 3 lovely ladies over Brent, of course. Uh, yeah. So the last time he was on, he was painting. Remember, he was painting a client's or some customer, somebody or a friend's cabin or something.
Yeah, that's right.
Hoping Monday to leave. Okay. So I'll be hanging around in that area probably for a couple days. So again, on my YouTube channel, on the description, my email for my channel is there. So send me an email. I'm going to try and connect up with Willie as well. So, and Willie's Newfie Screech is even better. Oh, I don't know, Willie.
I don't know what that is.
It's like a rum.
Oh, okay.
Never heard of it either.
Yeah, it's a big thing. And they have this whole screeching ceremony where you kiss the cod and you got to take a shot or something like that. Or do you take the shot first before you kiss the cod? Or maybe you take the shot before and after. I did that back in 2007 because it's windy outside, Brent. So you wouldn't hear us if we were outside.
Yeah, it's been really windy the last 3 days, and we had a little bit of smoke this morning, but it's gone away now. So
Yeah.
and temperatures dropped a bit today. The last 2 days were in the 30s, so it was really hot. Yeah. So today is like what, mid-20s or something. So it's pleasant now.
Yeah, and the breeze is nice actually. But I'm also keeping an eye on. I was going to go Grand Prairie as recommended by Kathy and head down to Hinton that way.
Grand Cache and Hinton, yeah.
Oscar, welcome from
The UK.
the
yeah.
UK.
And then go into Jasper and take 93 back home through Banff and to Calgary. But the Grand Prairie is on evacuation alert at
The
this point.
west
in time.
side of Grand
Yeah.
Prairie.
So Donna kissing a code or Donna kissing a cod? Cod. I did that back in 2007. I was there actually for a payroll conference and
Where is this?
in St. John's,
Oh,
Newfoundland.
okay, right.
And so I went to the payroll conference and there's nothing, it's funny because the payroll people, you can tell how high stressed payroll is. They closed the bars, right? So we would have a dinner and so we would section off and so many people would be at this bar, that bar, that bar. They would have dinner and drinks and whatnot. Of course, I think is it Water Street that's down in St. John's? And then there was a bar crawl after, literally a bar crawl, and then everybody's off to the hotel. The next morning was the annual general membership meeting breakfast. Next to nobody there. Oh,
Yeah.
God, yeah. Renee, are you still at that campground that you were at? And can everybody hear us okay?
What's the compound?
Yeah, that's the, Brent has always stayed at the
It's Bavarian
Bavarian
Auto.
Auto. It's
a
like their back.
mechanic. Yeah.
They have like I guess you can call it a compound. It's a gated area where they keep their vehicles or the customers'
Oh, okay,
vehicles.
so
and
it's sort of
it's kind of like a security.
a
he
spot
stays
where
there.
he stops. Okay.
Yeah, and so it's been good for Barbarian. It's been good for Brent to always have a spot to be when he lives in his bus.
Have a bit of a home base, right?
Yeah.
It's been good for me too, because Brent said, I don't know what he said, but they're really good to me as a mechanic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Renee's still at the campground at Heffley Lake Rec Site.
Is it hot there, Renee?
Of course, I'm drinking my beer, Brent. Yeah.
Oh, Brent says he can't hear.
No, he's just
Oh,
being
being silly.
he's just being a smart ass.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right.
Because
Yeah.
you're drinking while you're supposed to be talking, right?
Yeah. Security man.
Can you move this up and down?
That's the latest.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
it's
Yeah.
So does everyone know that you're like in Manning, Alberta, where you guys are at? Do they know that you're in northern
Oh,
Alberta?
they might not. They might kind of have an idea of northern
Like where-
Alberta, but may not Manning
Yeah, we're
specifically.
about 8 hours north of Edmonton, 3 hours north of Grand Prairie, 1 hour north of Peace River. We're on the highway that goes to the Northwest Territories.
Basically,
Yeah.
the second last town to the
Yeah,
Northwest
there's
Territories.
high level. So it's about 3 hours to the border of the Northwest Territories is where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And too light at night to see the northern lights.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I was so disappointed because I've been wanting to be up north further to see the northern lights, and I can't. Couldn't see it.
it's wrong time of year for
Yeah.
the lights. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's not dark till probably 11 now.
It doesn't even get dark. I was out at 11 o'clock at night, and it was almost like it was dusk,
Yeah,
barely
Yeah.
dusk.
and
Yeah.
sunrise is
Yeah.
about 3:30. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
So it's,
So yeah, it wasn't even barely dusk. It was just starting to get at
Mhm.
11 o'clock
Yeah.
at night.
And Karen is saying she'd love to go, but she's watching Kevin's 130-pound dog. One day I'll be able to meet people. Just tell him not to get another dog. Yeah. 130
Oh,
pound
right. Karen
dog.
is his sister, right? Yeah.
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 I wonder what kind of dog that is. Is it a mutt or is it like a 130 pound? Wow,
yeah,
that's
it's a big dog to be
What kind
taking
of
room
dog,
in a
Kev?
van, right?
Karen?
It's the way it is here too, Renee. Like I said yesterday, it was the last 2 days. It was 31 degrees. Today it's like 23 degrees.
Yeah, so it's quite different.
It's quite nice.
Very, very windy. We've
But
had
we
lots of
we
wind.
still had to come to northern Alberta to get nice weather.
Yeah. It was-
Hot weather, warm weather. Where the low at night isn't like 3 to 4 degrees. Now
Yeah.
it's like 12. I
Yeah,
think it was
yesterday, yeah, it was supposed to be 17 and you guys were freaking out because it wasn't going to be cool enough, right?
Yeah.
It was 17 the night, not last night, the night before.
Oh,
A little bit
yeah.
warm for a
Yeah.
van, right? Yeah.
So a pit
They're-
bull cross with a full mastiff.
Oh,
Yeah, that'd be a big dog.
wow.
And then we're planning a fire pit wiener roast or sausage roast tomorrow, but we'll have to see if it's windy again.
Yeah, if it's this gusty wind, it would
Yeah,
be not good at all.
And we
actually.
always, at this time of year, you have to check the whether or not you're permitted to have fires too. 'Cause
Yeah, well,
I
yeah,
think
we
there
need
was
to
a
check
lot.
that. Yeah.
A lot of forest fires
Yeah.
in the vicinity, I guess, nothing near, I don't think, but
Yeah.
further south there is, so
Yeah.
we'll have to double check that before tomorrow
Yeah,
as well.
because yesterday it was forecasted for thunder, showers, lightning.
Yeah.
It never happened here, but I'm assuming other places because the wildfires are blossoming.
Yeah, we're smelling the smoke.
Yes,
yeah.
there's some mosquitoes, Brenda, but not nearly as bad as they could be because it's so dry.
Yeah.
Plus 30. Karen and Kev, are you guys affected by those fires at all?
Because they're in
Okay.
Edmonton.
Saskatchewan has
Yeah.
declared a state of emergency too.
Yeah, Manitoba and Saskatchewan.
Yeah. That's hard when you have a pet to travel. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
dude is so small. It's
Oh.
not bad, right?
Karen just said it's plus 30.
Mm.
Yeah, that's Kev's Karen, right?
And where is Kev? I can't remember. Where are you, Karen?
Saskatchewan.
But where in Saskatchewan? Is it more southern?
Yeah, looks like someone else asked him already too.
Yeah.
Yeah, lakeside, there's always mosquitoes. That's the disadvantage of
Yeah.
Yeah.
camping near the water.
Yeah.
There's always the mosquito population, unfortunately.
And
North
same
of
as here on the
Saskatoon.
farm because we're right next to the dugout.
There you go.
And
North of Saskatoon.
Yeah.
It's still pretty down there, is it not?
You know, you could come to Edmonton with me and meet Kev.
I can't, I don't want to drive that far.
Okay.
It's just too much gas
Just
out of
saying.
my van.
I
I know.
but
I
just saying.
considered all those things because I'd love to visit relatives out that way too. But you know, that's a $200 price tag for gas for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, it's a bit of a trek, especially
Yeah.
they
To
have
get back again.
Loreen
Yeah.
travels like
So-
2 or 3 hours a day,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's like a 3-day trip to Edmonton, not a 1-day trip like most people up here anyway, right?
Oh, that's so true.
Everyone travels differently.
Yeah, I've learned to slow down with Loreen though. Mary, because I would have traveled more and I would have gone on the road more, like
Earlier in the
earlier,
morning. Yeah.
right? Like I was just thinking this last night, and I thought between in, what was the lake that we stayed at near Merritt? Langdon or something like that, or Lundum?
Oh, Lundbaum.
Lumbaum Lake. And here, I have never in all the years of traveling,
Taken
which is
to
only like 2, have I stayed this long in a place, unless I was visiting family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you guys had a good trip though.
Willie,
So-
I'm open. I have a brother in Leduc, so I can come in and out and whatnot. So I'll ship you an email, but I expect to be in Edmonton on maybe Monday. Probably sometime Monday. Because we're leaving Sunday.
leaving Sunday.
To
Depends
Valley View.
when we leave. I mean, it's a 2.5-hour drive to Valley View.
Right, but
But if we
from
don't
Valley
leave
View
till
to
noon-
Edmonton, I should be able to do that
Oh.
trip on my own.
Oh, yeah. Just say hi to Pat and then go.
Yeah, there's the 2 different kind of travelers because Kev was
Yeah.
saying
Oh,
I
oh,
want
I'm
to travel
not-
very little but stay in long period place, like long time. Whereas I'm the opposite. I'm like probably the longest I've ever stayed in like 4 years is 2 weeks. When I'm traveling, I sort of 2 or 3 days and then I'm itching to go. I'm a bit of a nomad in that sense. So there's
Yeah.
very different
Yeah.
van lifers
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, I'm like that too when I'm by myself. Like 2 nights somewhere, by the 3rd night, I'm itching to go. By the 3rd day.
Yeah, see, you're quite the opposite of me, Kev. Whereas I want to go and see that next spot. Yeah. Willie, there is a meetup, a small meetup at Bow Trail Campground, just kind of north of Cochrane on June 20th to the 22nd with Jackie and a few of the others. But there's also at, am I going to say this, Water Valley or something that's nearby. There's a music festival going on, so you could go to the music festival as well. I was looking at the tickets yesterday. If I go, it's going to be just a Saturday thing because it's like $50 for a ticket.
Go on Kathy's channel
Yes.
to see this kitty.
Yes.
This is my lucky girl.
See,
She joined me last year. So last year was my first 6 months traveling or 9 months traveling with a pet. So yeah, so it changed my travel a bit, but yeah.
So tell her your channel so they can go and see your video.
My
It's
channel is sharingmyvanlife.com, and I also have yourveggiehelper.com. Both.
The cutest short about this kitty is on there. Go check it out.
She's playing with a mouse.
But she didn't really want me to hold
your
her.
veggie helper, right?
Yeah, and then at your and I also have a blog under sharingmyvanlife.com as well. I don't really do YouTube that much, but I do have a blog. I think I have about.
You have to say .com to get into it.
Oh,
I
if
have.
so it's not at.
yeah.
Then.
And so on my blog, I post write up about my travels. So I have, I don't know, like 30 posts or something already there. So if you have time and you want to read, you can check that out. So I'm more of a writer than a videoer.
Kitty is such a ferocious hunter. If you go check out that video.
Brenda, go check it out. You'll see how ferocious she is.
She's brought me a few mice since we've got back here, but yeah, she's a softie as well.
Yeah, there's Brenda. We'll just kind of show these.
Is that Fort Mac fire like from the fire from a few years back? It must be.
Yeah, that was like probably like 7 or 8 years now.
Yeah,
it's been a while back. Yeah.
Yeah, but I wonder if they have fires this year or close to it.
Because it's up in that area where all those
Swan
fires
Lake,
are.
Swan Lakes, which is a little bit east or west of, quite a bit west of Fort Mac. So yeah, but who knows? Yeah, I'll have to look.
Kev, I would love to, but unfortunately, this year is kind of one of those years that I got to get back for appointments and whatnot. And supposedly I'm supposed to be back by June 8th for a family chat. If I get back there, I get back there. But I do have some doctor's appointments and that before some of my summer stuff because I'm going away for a couple months in September, October. So need to take care of that stuff. Revelstoke is nice. stop at that natural bridge. I think you would enjoy that. 10 and 11 was great. I do only this time. One day at a time. Raining tomorrow, so hopefully. So Brenda was, your sister,
Yeah.
was talking about going to markets and
Yeah, her
car camping.
or actually, I think she's referring to her garage sales
Her
there.
vintage
Oh,
sale.
her vintage sales.
sale, yeah.
Yeah.
Vintage sales where you can go into this place and find stuff that you grew up in a museum.
Mhm.
That's vintage. We're not old, we're vintage.
Back through Calgary.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
Natural Bridge is in Yoho, and I also learned there's a few campgrounds by fields that are really quite nice, rustic campgrounds if you can't find a spot to go to. Yeah. So yeah, so what else do we have here?
Yeah, I might go
Yeah.
through the natural bridges area because I was just sharing with Donna. I haven't been through like the Revelstoke, Golden, down that way in several years because of always, when I come north, I always come through of Prince George or Jasper Way. So September, I'm going to head back to the coast probably for a bit and then check out some of those areas.
There's a YouTuber that I met last year. They're just beginning. He still hasn't retired yet. They got that empty nest thing going. He's got an ambo that he's in the process of redoing, but they're still going out camping. And it's called Roads to Weekends, I think it is. They were at the meetup in Drumheller last year, so he's actually in my video. And he was the one that I found out about the natural bridge, because the last time I took that highway was 2001. That was my first time ever taking it, and that was the last time until now. So it's and I was really looking forward actually to take that route down from here to Grand Prairie into to Hinton, and then go take the Jasper 93 away.
Yeah.
So the way I look at it is I can go and spend a few days in the Edmonton area and then decide if I want to go Jasper 93 back home, because you can do it in one day if you really want to push it. But if I stop along the way and camp in one spot, then
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
back
nice
home.
drive for sure if you don't have to be anywhere fast, right? Because it's always, especially in the summer, well, maybe like early June, it's probably still going to get busier now, right?
Yeah. How long ago?
Summer traffic is
Oh, yeah.
starting probably. Yeah.
How long ago did you live in Prince George, Karen? Yeah, crab and lobster, fish.
Ooh, yum for me.
Crab,
Nope.
especially fresh crab, is to die for.
Nope.
Lobster is pretty sweet when it's fresh.
I used to, my last company that I worked at, they bought the refinery in Prince George from Husky. I used to do their payroll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't want their fish, eh?
Nope, don't want their fish.
This
Nope.
one isn't showing how many are here.
Right here, 9. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. 3 years ago, yeah. So PGR, the Prince George Refinery, I used to do their payroll. They were acquired back in 2018 or 2019.
Okay, Renee asked me a question.
I'm traveling around still.
I will be when Donna goes. We're gonna actually drive to Valley View together, and I'm gonna be staying in Valley View for, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 days, depending how long Pat wants me to be there, because she's also preparing to do a trip across the country.
Yeah.
To the East Coast, and then I'll be twiddling around a bit, and then I'll come back here. Then I'll be going back to Valley View again.
Yeah.
For July 26th.
For her 50th
For
anniversary.
my friend's 50th and I was her bridesmaid. Yeah.
All right. Keep in touch, Kev.
Yeah. We'll meet someday, Kev.
I'm going to meet him first.
I've been saying that to Kev for 3 years now.
Yeah, Bob K is in. The campgrounds and fields are fantastic. They even have showers.
Ooh.
That was the first time I stopped and just kind of looked around there. It's a beautiful area.
Hmm.
Yeah. Everybody's saying goodbye to Kev. All right, what next? What we got? Yeah, so tomorrow we have the family gathering, the wiener roast or whatever.
We just call it a wiener roast, but it's
Wiener
whatever
roast,
the
but
food is.
It's
Yeah.
whatever you bring, Laura. I think Laura is one of your ladies.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Hello, Laura.
Pat driving across Canada.
Yes, you have Brent. You're the one who introduced us to Kev C.
Yes. Oh, Brent is still on. Holy smokes.
He's been lurking in the
He
background.
usually just pops in and pops off, but he's been lurking. Yeah. How's that little CRV coming along, Brent? I'm curious to see how it works out for him. He was in one of your
Yes,
videos.
he was.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple of years back.
Yeah, when he was in Saskatchewan, right? Yeah, and I've watched his Instagram when he does cooking. Jackie. Hello, Jackie. So
Yes,
Jackie,
hello.
just dropping in to say hello. I was just mentioning to Willie about the meetup in June. Is there still spaces available, Jackie? Brent's working. You're working on the CRV or you're just working?
The man of lots of words.
All right, Karen, thank you for dropping in.
If you are in any kind of hurry, that's the truth, especially in July,
Yeah.
August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not really in a big hurry, Bob, if I take the Jasper ramp.
Oh, see, Brenda.
I'm just kind of going to go into Edmonton because Grand Prairie has that evacuation alert going on. So I just kind of want to avoid the problem spots that could potentially be problem spots. And then I'll decide after I meet up with Willie and hopefully Kev. And then if I want to go home to Calgary, which is only a 3-hour drive, do I take the scenic route and go into Jasper and drive down the 93, camp along the way and continue on? I've done it before a few times. It is a beautiful drive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, June 20th to 22nd in Bow Trail. Yeah, or Bow Trail. Willie, are you on Instagram? Connect with YYC Camper Girl if you're on Instagram, or Donna's Road Trips. And Brenda is saying goodbye.
Yeah. Oh, she's saying it to. Yeah, she said it earlier.
Yeah.
To Renee.
Yeah, I think that'll be interesting. I do want to do the music festival on the Saturday. Just go check it out. That's how I met you,
through
Van
live
Life
stream.
too, through a live stream. Yeah. Yeah, live streams, they say do live streams. So I'm learning. I'm using the software called Restream because I bought it last, I don't know, December when they had that whole Black Friday Christmas sale. I'll be honest, I was trying to add Loreen as a moderator, and my basic package doesn't allow me to offer her, set her up as a moderator, which that's the whole purpose of live stream. You have moderators that help you with problem chats. And, but I could if I upgraded to the professional level, which I'm not going to do. The whole purpose of the basic is to test it out. You know, I could see if they said you can only have 2 moderators or, 5, but
So do
Good,
you normally
Jackie.
just go through YouTube then in the past, or do you need a special
No.
program to do it, or can you do
No.
it through
You know,
YouTube?
I can do it through Restream if I want to spend more money.
No,
I
but-
did it mine through YouTube.
If you do it through YouTube, has its own live chat, which
Yeah.
is free.
So you
can
don't
do
have
it.
to buy
Yeah.
another package
Yeah,
necessarily.
this little plus back here. I
Oh,
don't know if
okay.
you saw that. Here,
Yeah.
make a post, do a live, do a
Oh,
short,
Yeah.
okay.
do a
So
video.
you
Yeah.
have the option without having to pay for an
Yeah.
extra.
Hi, Laura.
Extra.
Thanks for stopping in.
Streaming thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and so my next live, I'm going to do it as a YouTube live, and so then it'll be a bit of a learning curve, but I'm kind of familiar with YouTube too, so hopefully I can get that figured out. And then I can set you up as a moderator,
Okay.
and then she'll always be a moderator for me until
Yeah.
I remove her.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you are in mine now.
Yes,
If I ever
yeah.
would do it.
And it's good to have a few because not everybody can stop in and join your live every time, right?
Mhm.
So it's good to have a group of people. So yeah, it was disappointing. Something so basic that I couldn't do.
So you're going to go do yard work right now,
Yeah.
Laura.
You should have seen her
Yeah.
motoring around on the lawnmower this morning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
our
she was just-
lawnmower has been broken the last
Yeah.
like two weeks.
She
So
mowed down all the
She had her
beautiful
hat
dandy-
on. She had her ear pods on. She was just a motoring.
mowing down all the beautiful dandelions.
we're going to seed.
I managed to eat some for breakfast though. I threw them into my stir fry.
She should have picked more before I mowed them
Yeah.
down.
My mother used to make dandelion wine.
Yeah, Mom did that too,
Yeah.
for sure. But again, as soon as they go to seed, then they're like,
Oh, nice. Enjoy
1,000 more.
camping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going
Bye-bye,
back out to Botrel? Jackie just loves. I love her little setup. She's got her little trailer, like it's a little teardrop. It's tiny, and she's got it fixed up, and she sets it up, and she built herself a little deck outside her door. It's just kind of like a pallet size deck, and then she got a little plastic. I think it's plastic picket fence that she puts in front of it. So it's like it is
it's
so
a permanent,
cute.
permanent setup.
Nope. She puts it all back into her trailer to Jack Lake. She's going to. Oh, yes.
but it's permanent
Yeah.
when she's parked.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But that's her setup when she's parked. She brings it out, and it is so cute. Ah, smart girl. Yeah. Wait for hubby to come back.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Yeah.
I'm the only one here in the summer now, so
Yeah.
my job
Yeah.
is to mow the lawn. A big lawn too, like takes
Like,
about
yeah,
4
yeah.
hours
Yeah.
to do it all. Yeah, so
Like big meaning several acres.
How many acres
Or an
do
acre.
you have that you use as the farm? Like I know you rent out some of it.
probably 11 acres is
Yeah.
and probably like 3/4 of that is lawn. So
Yeah.
a big lawn area. And
Yes,
like a
Jack.
small
Yeah.
veggie garden.
Yeah, it's been fun,
Yeah.
Jacqueline.
Have a great time, Jackie.
Great
Yeah.
tips.
Mulch. Yeah. It's a never ending job, but the more mulch you put down, you can put that heavy fabric down and whatnot. They weeds still, especially dandelions, will still pop through it.
Yeah, you still have to maintain, but it definitely helps for having the wood chips and stuff, especially if you have a membrane under it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it helps for sure in the long, like in the short term, like over time, it does, things come through, and it's really pretty if you want sort of a decorated versus like
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
little
'cause
bit
you can go
wild.
the- The wood chips, or you can go the color like the green or the red or whatnot. So yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild here in that sense. Yeah, not manicured at all. Right.
Yeah.
And we had
that's
deer going back and forth in the yard this
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah.
That was nice.
I saw 2 moose in the spring just over by the pond as well. So yeah, there's
Yeah.
wildlife, lots of birds singing in the morning if you're up early enough to hear them.
Yeah.
me and Donna are being,
Not
she
so-
probably hears them maybe from her van, but
Yeah,
not
because
outside
I'm
the
awake.
van.
I'm
Yeah.
awake at 6. I just don't get up.
Yeah.
And with my lucky girl, she gets me up at 4:30, so we're out of the house by 6. Yeah, so
When I used to have my duplex, my backyard was just, I had next to no lawn. I grew clover and, because I had the dogs, right? Clover and what's that plant that has like a purpley flower? Oh, man.
periwinkle.
No, thyme, creeping thyme.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I had that in there and it smelled so
Yeah, when you
wonderful.
walk on it.
Yeah, but it was like if I went into a nursery or any kind of store that had flowers, my car was full when I left, and it was
Yeah.
like I didn't need any more, but this was an addiction.
Mm.
I couldn't
Something new.
have enough flowers.
Yeah, if you start landscaping, you're always landscaping, it
Yeah,
seems.
and
right?
that and solar lights. I love solar lights. Yeah.
So Laura's the gardener.
She is the gardener, her and her hubby. Yeah. Yeah. So where are we at? What time?
There's only
Or
4 of us
just
here right
over
now.
2:36. We'll maybe go for about another 10 minutes. Any questions? We're down to 4 people. So
And I'm one of
Bob
them.
K, I had the characters wrong on my sunshade. Oh yeah, I remember that. It's Bugs driving with Tweety, Tasmanian Devil, and the Martian in the front seat. After 20 some years, it has faded. He has a really cool shade for the front of. What size van do you have, Bob? In his, he bought, I guess, down in Universal Studios or something like that. And so when you come to his vehicle, you see Bugs Bunny and Tweety, and then you see the Tasmanian Devil and
Oh, and the Martian.
the Martian. Yeah. Yeah. A baby deer in the yard laying down. Oh my gosh.
Well,
That would
20
be
some
cute.
years is a long time for a window shade. So
Yeah.
you did well.
You need to go back and get another.
That was a good buy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's not uncommon because sometimes mom tucks them away with the deer while she goes and eats. But yeah,
Mhm.
that was why I was thinking, but you said you haven't seen baby deer because the way the deer hoofed it over across
Yeah,
the
the
back.
fawn. I haven't seen any fawns this year.
Yeah, because you were over on that side, and so I thought, oh, I wonder if she's got some babies over there in the bush.
Mhm.
Okay, so question for you, Renee. How is it doing? I had wondered about that, and I saw your video with your little tomato plant. How is it doing? Get more stickers. You come up this way, I'll give you one.
Mine too. I have them in my.
Yeah.
I just hand them physically out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bring a few too. Well, those people that we go to that meetup are people that I already know, so they already have my stickers. So,
And I just
but
had
give
a
me some of
thought.
yours.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I do have lots there, so
Mm-hmm.
'cause I got some before I went on this trip.
Yeah.
All right, remember that when
Yeah.
we go.
Okay. Well, I think unless Bob K comes back with something, I think we're probably good.
Yeah.
We'll be under the hour, but that's okay. We're 40 minutes by the time we're done this.
Yeah.
Perfect. Growing food in pots is great. Never did much, but love the thought. I did potatoes in the 5-gallon pails, and they did good. Perfect for me, because just for one. But my tomatoes and that had to be out in the flower beds and whatnot.
So her potato, Renee's tomato
yeah.
plant is good.
Yeah, 4 inches and more
Oh,
blooms. Yeah.
Good. Nice.
Yeah, just make sure with the tomato you give it some fertilizer,
Yeah.
a couple times over the season because the pot just, it'll eat up any nutrients in the soil. That'll keep it going.
Okay, stop. Well, if you want me to not leave, Brent, you need to chat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Stop. 15 more minutes won't kill your what? Kill your what? Oh, there's Rob joined us. Hello, Rob.
Okay.
You must be getting ready to leave soon, Rob. Yeah. He's heading out to the island soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scenery and thoughts are so inspiring that you guys live. Yeah, it is beautiful here. It is very. It's like I'm originally from, as I mentioned before, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. That scenery is completely different, but just as beautiful and just as calling to me. The being so close to the water and Lake Superior and that, it's like being on the ocean, really.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, for sure. It looks
Yeah.
like it is an ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my thought.
Oh, okay.
Another week and you're gone. That's yeah. Actually, plans have changed. I'm not going as far as the island. Oh,
The island
Okay.
is full. Okay, that's
the
not
island is full.
unusual.
Don't have. That's what Brent's saying. The island is full. You know, Rob, where were we? In Chetwynd, BC. They have all those chainsaw carvings, and they have an annual event in June, and that would be an excellent
Time to visit.
photo opportunity because when the lady was explaining to me, they have I think 10 carvers, and if you place first, second, or third last year, you're automatically getting invite back this year, and then they invite the others. So it's not you have to be invited to attend.
Was that Chetwynd?
And then you know that
Yeah.
Carver's Row
Yeah.
that was there,
Mhm.
those get replaced with the new carvings for
Right.
this year.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
I don't know if she said that they put the others out elsewhere or whatnot, but that town's got a lot of carvings.
Yeah, there's
And
yeah,
it's
all
pretty
along the
amazing.
highway.
So if you wish to go to northern BC, Chetwynd, BC is a place to go.
Okay, where are you referring to? Cold in November, Laura?
Does it really get cold in November? That's what they're. Depends. Are you asking Alberta, BC, Vancouver
The
Island?
island.
Yeah, or what part of Alberta? Oh, I guess.
I think it's island. I think she's probably meaning the island
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you're discussing the island.
No, not in November. Rainy maybe.
Oh, it can get cold. I mean,
Rainy
the
and
rain,
damp,
it's
yeah.
very, very wet.
But if I recall, she's from Ohio, so not a cold that she's used to.
Yeah, it's a wet
Yeah.
cold, though.
Yeah.
It's really a wet cold.
And I think find people that are used to like cold, snowy weather, like in the northern Alberta, Ohio, things like that. You go to the you go to the coast, and you find it really cold because it's damp and
it
cold.
permeates.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really
There you
permeates.
go.
It's not a
Yeah.
dry cold like in the in the
All of
north.
them.
Yeah.
Alberta is kind of hit and miss.
November.
November. It could be Indian, what they call the Indian summer that we have, what's known for, like, hot.
Mhm.
Or we could have minus 30 Celsius.
That's Calgary.
Remember, that's
Yeah,
Calgary,
yeah.
but remember, and like southern Alberta is like Lethbridge is sometimes even colder. So on the Celsius Fahrenheit scale, they meet at minus 40. So that kind of.
Yeah, that's right.
So he's used it on old Caravans, Chevy Astros, Ford Rangers, and now the 82 Classic C GMC. It's well traveled. Yeah, that's his
The
window cover, the
window
Bugs
cover,
Bunny,
yeah.
Oh, cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So it fit all of those
Yeah.
different vehicles. That's cool.
Saskatchewan, same thing. Like if you're
Mhm.
driving across, depends when you come up. I'm thinking Ohio, she would come up through Manitoba, possibly Saskatchewan.
Yeah, you just have to.
Yeah.
November, you could get storms, so you'd have to just check.
Yeah, winter tires.
And
for
especially
sure.
through the mountains, you would definitely have snow and potentially snowstorms.
Yeah, and it's could
Yeah.
be treacherous.
Absolutely. Sounds like
Yeah,
the
you need
Midwest.
good
Yeah.
winter tires to travel through that area. And if you went through the states like Montana, Wyoming, Montana, and Washington, you're still similar. You still get the snow
Mhm.
and the mountain range that you have to cross to get to
Yeah.
the Sunshine Coast or to the
Yeah,
Vancouver
and you
Island.
have to have, what is it, October
To April.
to
I
April, you
mean-
have to have winter tires to go into
These
BC,
area.
the mountain area.
So go in like end of September, mid-October, then you have good weather to the island, I would suggest, right? If you're gonna go
Yeah.
and spend the winter there or
Yeah.
something, yeah.
Yeah,
Go
go
ear-
be, yeah,
Go earlier if you can, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. and get climatized too before you get into the big
Yeah.
wet. And
Alberta's
whatnot.
dry, so we
Yeah.
don't have the humidity factor, but BC has the humidity factor,
Or the-
especially you get on
The,
Vancouver
the
West
west
Island.
coast of
Yeah.
BC. Yeah.
Are you going to put some in a video there, Rob?
Bonnie and Clyde, hello, hello, hello.
Yay. Yay. She was the one that posted this morning that
Yeah.
she or he, because I think there's two of them, right?
Yeah,
Sure. Says Bonnie and
and
Clyde.
Yeah.
That Cannon Beach is known for some hauntings, a haunting spot.
Oh, yeah, Canada.
I would love to do that. There's a group in Alberta, trying to think of their name. They do the supernatural, like they go on the haunting areas and do that. And you can participate. You pay for it, but you can participate. And
See the ghosts.
I've often, like some of these old schoolhouses, like down in southern Alberta area.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to be able to say, okay, let me sleep in the parking lot overnight while you do your investigation, right? Clyde's my truck. Okay, so it's just Bonnie then. Okay.
Okay. Oh, I
We
didn't know
who
that.
Clyde was.
Oh, I'm glad we clarified that.
Oh, from a basketball game last night. Okay, I get it. So go up to Chetwynd, BC, and do some of those carvings. Yeah, and it's usually the same people that come to the chats, right? Which is nice because it's actually a small community, but it's very supportive.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Yeah, naming the vehicles.
Yeah.
So both of you guys have names for your vehicles?
Nope.
Yeah, I've never named my vehicle.
I've never named it.
I've always tried to think of a name, but
Yeah.
Every now and then I'll say to him, I say, okay, get us home, James, but James doesn't move. So I got to do the driving.
And Big Blue kind of named itself even
Yeah.
before I
Yeah.
moved.
Yeah,
I lived in
'cause it's
or
blue.
had,
So I
before
needed
owned
James
it.
to
Yeah.
do the driving. So
but I know a lot of people name their vehicles, so it's interesting. Yeah.
yeah,
I figured a name would come to me, but it hasn't yet. So
Yeah.
And that's what, 4 years?
yeah, so I guess it's not to be named.
yeah. I remember
My van, you know.
I used to live in Inglewood, and this is no word of a lie. I lived in Inglewood when I first moved to Calgary, and I stayed at this kind of like a bachelor. It used to be a nun's place, like right across from the church, and that's where all the nuns stayed. And they turned them into like a bachelorette type or bachelor apartments. And I swear to God, at 3 a.m, I got that knock, knock, knock on my door, and I opened my door. There's nobody there. There's nobody down the hall. I went and I thought, who would be knocking at my door at 3 a.m? Just like, but aloud. And I thought, okay, I'm awake now. Oh, I'm sure.
So what names, Brenda, are you calling your
Yeah.
your van? On the good days or the bad days, is there obviously different names,
Yeah.
right?
Good day, bad day. You
Yeah.
piece of
I love you, I love you, I love you.
Like when I'm traveling up the mountains, you can do it, Big Blue. You
You
can
do
do
it.
it. You can do it.
Yeah. Bonnie, I posted some videos on my channel at a recent trip to Montana, and overnight, I'm going to show this. An overnight paranormal investigation at a haunted ranch.
Oh,
Okay, I got
cool.
to check that out. I've seen some of your shorts, but I haven't really watched your videos yet. More to come.
Right on.
If nothing else, okay, yeah, Banff's beautiful. Jasper's prettier, but I don't know how pretty now because of the forest fires
Yeah.
last year.
Just always plan for places to stay in those
Yeah.
those places. That's the only thing.
Yeah,
is-
you have
But
to
if she does the
pre-plan,
fall,
yeah.
she's going to be okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
still, like there's
Yeah,
just be
yeah.
aware because you can't really just pull over anywhere in boondock.
Yeah.
And I mainly boondock. I never camp. Like I never pay for camping. So but there was I
Yeah.
missed that in Yellowstone. I didn't plan, and I was advised, but of course I didn't plan in advance. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
because even all the boondocking like close by were pretty full. So
Yeah.
but yeah. So plan a place to stay.
You don't have tender ears, Brent. You don't have tender ears. Sorry. Yeah. Have to go. Time to transplant my tomato
another
plants.
gardener.
Yeah. Take care. Happy trails. Yeah. I think if I recall correctly, he's out by Vermilion.
And today's a good day if you go by the moon cycles. I plant by the moon cycles. And today's a good day to do above ground stuff. So yeah.
There
should
you go.
do well.
Yeah.
Bonnie and Clyde, is your channel name Bonnie and Clyde?
And Clyde. Yeah. We got to check out some of those videos.
Yeah,
I love those
I was so sure I
paranormal
would have
stuff.
done
I
it in the
when I
past.
used to have cable, you would watch the TV shows.
Bonnie and Clyde.
All right, we're getting there. 50 minutes, Brent. Is 10 more minutes okay?
Do we have your permission to stay on only 10 minutes?
We will, yes. What are you installing?
Yeah, what are you doing? Is it on your bus or your
no, he can't be doing
CRV?
his. So Bonnie's saying she's going back. Let me find the
And
chat.
it's Bonnie and Clyde 918.
Yeah.
She gave you a number there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's a different.
And
yeah.
just Clyde's or Clyde?
Clyde's. I think there's an S there. Yeah. No, Clyde 198.
Okay.
918, sorry.
Yeah, let's
918?
find some spots, Rob. I would love to. There is a group that does stuff.
There we go. I found it.
Because the
Subscribed, Bonnie.
in Inglewood, that restaurant or bar that used to be an old fires hall. Apparently, the story, and you can correct me if you've done the tours. There used to be the bar owner had a monkey, and apparently the monkey haunts the bar.
All right. I got that one now.
Yeah, let's check out a few of the videos
Brent had an axle wobble
after
after
lift, so I had to drop the
Oh.
subframe.
Yeah. Yeah. On the CRV.
Yeah. You know what? That's another reason why I probably wouldn't do a lift on the transit. I hear about so many problems, right,
Mhm,
with
me
those
too.
lifts
Yeah.
kits that they put in.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I only have this much clearance technically. What's another 2 inches?
Yeah. Yeah, you still have to be careful over
Watch
the big
where-
rocks.
Yeah. It still won't allow me to go where I want to go. I'd have to have a truck.
Yeah.
Calgary Paranormal. No, it's not Calgary Paranormal something. It's something different. Because they do all of Alberta.
So what's Brent's van called?
His bus is called
Or a bus?
Goldberg
Goldberg
Express.
Goldberg
I
Express.
don't know if
That's
the CRV has a name.
That's okay.
I don't think he did.
Brent, are you naming the CRV?
Got to be something to do with the dude.
Yeah, Laura was
Or-
asking.
Or a mini Goldberg Express.
The dude is the dog.
Yeah, it could be something like that. And they do host events even in Calgary. You got to pay to go to these events and whatnot, but they do host events. Almost different is almost always good. All right. Thank you, Renee.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining. Take care. Take care of that tomato plant.
Big blue beast. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The CRV is a blue one, too. Borrowing
Yeah.
off my name on the big blue,
Yeah. Big blue bees. BBB.
except it's little
Yeah.
compared to big blue.
Big Beautiful Babe. Is that
Oh,
BBB?
okay.
Oh.
Spokane Paranormal Ladies. We do lives as well.
Wow. Yeah.
You know, I don't want to jinx me because outside of the fact that, you know, I had that tire blowout in Newfoundland, which got changed right away by Newfoundlander stopped and helped me. I could have called my AMA rep, which probably would have been like 4 hours later. Um, and then I had the fuel pump go, but I knew it was going. So then they ordered the part, took a month. And then when they broke the part, taking it apart, that's when I was a month or a week without my vehicle.
Yeah, dumb drivers.
Yeah. The trick is not to be one of those drunk drivers.
Not to get caught up in it.
Oh my God. Yeah. I've done it a couple times. I was like, oops, I'm in the wrong lane. I blame it to being a tourist. And my brother's cat. Yeah. Cute. Yeah, I think it would be interesting, myself personally. See what happens. All right, we're almost there. Any more quick questions, comments? Trying to quit talking that way. I think that kind of evolves as you get older. Could be wrong, but I think you get to that point where you don't give a crap what happens after a certain point in life.
Yeah, we definitely take life a little bit less seriously.
Yeah, definitely. I have a brother that does not swear. I don't think I've ever heard him swear, whereas I'm not that way.
Yeah, I've
Now,
heard some words
I
come
will
out of my
say,
mouth.
I will say that it takes a lot to get me to that point, but I've mellowed a lot, even just since I retired. I've mellowed a lot. Sorting, weight loss, cleanup, language. Yep, sigh. Yeah. Yeah. Cleanup, language. Yep. There's always a challenge, right? There's always that personal challenge.
Okay, Brent's found life. He has a question. Yeah.
No, it's a joke. Yes, I would love to participate if I get there. If your mother was a baseball bat and your father was a frying pan, how many shingles? You already asked me this one. I
Yeah,
said
on our
40 the
last
last time, and then I thought about it later, but it could be only 20. Yep,
Yeah.
I'm going to agree with you. You let more things slide because, you know, it's kind of like my walk, right? I'm not doing the 30 plus K days anymore. I've already done it and approved it, and I don't have to prove it to anybody else. So I'm going to be taking my time.
Doing 15K walks.
Yeah. Yeah, 15K walks, 17
Still,
pancakes
that's a great,
Yeah.
great walk.
yeah. We need that answer, Brent. Oh, dear. Yeah. Minute and a half.
Better hurry up, Brent.
I need another beer.
Better answer. Quick, quick.
So does it cut you off after an hour?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
yeah, an hour is typically a standard time frame for a live.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's why
Brent.
we're promoting the hour.
Brent, everybody's calling for you, Brent.
He's just deliberately not showing
Yeah.
himself now.
Yeah.
Answer that riddle that he gave us, or that joke.
I don't think there is an answer.
Of course, if it's a doghouse for him, it might be 40 shingles. Oh.
Okay, I have to get in there.
It takes
too now.
tiny home living to a new level. Oh, thank you, Laura. I'm glad you enjoyed. I just started doing live, but I like doing it with groups.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think it makes it whole different.
Yeah, because then other than that, you're just talking to yourself sort of on a screen, right? It makes it, yeah, a little bit more challenging, I guess.
Whoops. Show. Probably about 40 shingles. Yeah. Yeah. IPA, I agree, but I have to wait till this live's over before I could do another IPA. I like these lives, so much fun, even with the lag. Yeah, I investigated that, and even YouTube Live has a bit of a lag because I think that gives us chance to boot the people that we don't want on
Yeah.
here.
The negative
The negative
Nellies.
stuff, the ones asking for a threesome, that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
Seriously, on a chat.
1.5 chords. Okay. How much could a woodchuck chuck?
Bush cord, not face cord. Oh dear. Poor Brent. Poor Brent. Over my head. Laura. Nothing Brent says makes sense. IPA is like kind of a type of beer. Class of beer, maybe.
You have to say what IPA stands for. It's an
But
acronym.
this one's Indian Pale Ale.
Yeah,
I don't know
Indian
if that's,
Pale Ale.
so
think-
I do Alexander Keith's, one of my favorites. But a lot of the bars have craft beer that
Yes.
has an IPA on it. So I don't know if that is the
In
same.
the Indian Pale Ale?
Yeah.
Or
There's a certain number to something, some kind of
Yeah.
ingredient or something, or
Yeah. I mean, it's a light, this one's only like a 5% alcohol, but it's a light, it doesn't have that hoppy taste to it where
Mhm.
Molson has that hoppy stuff that makes you burp all the time, and it's got stronger taste to it. And yet some, I think they call it stout or something like that stronger like dark
Mhm.
beer.
IPA is the answer to horse many shingles.
how many?
How many shingles? IPA.
probably?
In other words, 0, because you're not going to build the doghouse. Beer first, it never gets done. Yeah. Indian Pale Ale. Yep. And yet, so I don't know if that's a type of brewing technique or what it is. Maybe Brent, you can chime in on that.
Yeah, let us know. You should.
Yeah. Yeah, we know him when he said he had a Caesar the last time for a drink, and we're like,
He never did answer the question.
he didn't say whether it was alcohol. I mean, that's a given. It's
Yeah.
alcohol. Not a virgin Caesar. Yeah.
Different taste, but still same.
Yeah, I've had some IPAs at some of the craft brewers, and I didn't like them. There's a place in Calgary. Oh, what's it called? It's over by Chinook Mall. Oh, they have really good brisket, and it's run by women, owners, and it's got a nice IPA. Only been half an hour. Yeah, I get it. Men can sometimes be the worst when they go shopping. Yeah. Well, I think it is. We made it to 103. Are you happy, Brent? We made it to 103. Time to sign off. Anybody else got
Anything to say, Brent?
He's probably in and out. How many IPAs has he had? That's the question. How many IPAs has he had? But
Okay, she's yeah.
yep.
Ooh, you just reminded me, sir. There's some ice cream in the fridge.
Yeah. Bye, Brent.
Bye, Brent.
Okay.
Bye.
We got to go. Donna needs another beer.
Mm-hmm.
They need ice cream. Have a great day, everybody.
Yes, it's been fun.
Yeah.
Nice to meet everyone.
Yes, it was great.
Check out her YouTube channel.
Yeah. So you got Donna's Road Trips
yeah, or-
at Boho Blue Van and your veggie lover.
No,
Or
your
sharing
veggie
Your veggie helper.
And,
and sharing my van life.
And
Yeah, she
sharing my
is
van
too.
life
Yeah.
.com.
yeah.
Thanks, Rob.
See you, Rob. BBVs. Saying
Yeah.
see ya.
Yeah. All righty. There we go.